Hello, Sat Shri Akal, Namaste, Adab. दोस्तों, मैं हूँ Sharon Ali and you're watching Honeywalia Shows. आज के segment में, through the eyes of a woman, we have John Gul, who is currently employed with Alberta Health Services as a behavior specialist. John, thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and when you came to Canada, any ambitions, goals that you have.
Yeah, so basically I'm born and raised in Pakistan. The city name is Bannu.
Okay.
The city called Bannu, where I'm born and raised, is a small city. But I was born in a privileged family because I got the privileges which were not offered to most of the women of the city or the society. So there my journey was started, and then I moved to Peshawar for further education after high school, and then I completed my master in clinical psychology and further MPhil in clinical psychology, and I was just actively involved in some other extracurricular activities, just like I represented my province twice in the national games.
Nice.
As well, I served as a board of director when I was just 21 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, in a Southern Northern District Water Partnership. I was one of the founding member of the Science Society. As well, I was the active member of the university as a Khyber Literary Society, and I was also represented my department of psychology as a proctor in the University of Peshawar. So here they are calling the student leader, but at Pakistan we are calling them, we call them proctors.
Wow, so all this education background was from Pakistan that you did?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. And what made you go into clinical psychology? What was the interest there?
Yeah, it was a you can say just an incident, a coincidence that a psychologist came to our school, and I was in grade 7 or 8, and she just she gave us a presentation about psychology, and I have no idea what psychologists are and who they are. So I went to my grandfather, he was a doctor, and I asked him what is the difference between psychologist and a doctor, and he explained to me that a doctor will heal the wound if you will cut your hand or something, and psychologist will heal the wound, the inside, the invisible. So I decided that I will become that person who will be that. So at that time I decided to be a clinical psychologist.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so wonderful. I think that's so fascinating how you look into a person's, I guess, their thinking, how they think and what makes them think a certain way, and you know, it's amazing. So have you had any, I guess, any setbacks as going into what you've clinical psychology? Was there anyone that stopped you from being a woman, anything like that? Were there any bad experiences or?
No, as I mentioned that I was a privileged person because my family was very they are educated, and they supported me a lot. My father, my grandfather, my brothers, none of the male member was there for me, but I experienced with other girls, like the girls who were coming to me sometime, and that they are not allowed, or there are certain setbacks in their life. But personally I don't have any kind of
So no regrets or anything about going into psychology?
No.
And I know, like I said earlier, it was fascinating. So you learn a lot about different people and what they go through in life and how they think. Do you take that home with you? And like if you're working, for example, with a client or a patient, and you heard their lifestyle, and sometimes it can be really scary and, you know, emotional stories. Do you ever take that home with you at all? Or does it bother you as a person?
Not sometimes, because we are trained to be empathetic, not sympathetic. So that empathetic, we can understand them definitely if their story hurts us. But I never tried to implement in my life or take it home, because the home life is different and work life is different as well. We are here to support others. So if you will take it as a burden, so I will be not able to move on. For example, if you are swimming and you will put a big backpack in your shoulder, it's not easy to swim.
Absolutely. Yeah, like a burden, right?
Yes.
Do you find that some of the things you talk to with your clients that you use it with the children or with your husband, maybe even viewpoints or anything like that? You know, do you bring your work home in that sense? Like, no, this is not how it is.
Not at all. My work life is totally different than my home.
So you have a good separation of.
I think so. I think so, and I'm trying my best because we need that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because my work is different. Like if, after my work, mostly I have some other events in the evening or some other different meetings. Or today I came here.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So definitely, if I will bring that with me, so it's not easy, you know.
It'll be hard to function with your other activities and stuff, right? So you've worked a lot with immigrants. What is your I guess your passion with working with immigrants? Is there a background to it, or you just feel that it's something that you wanted to do, or?
I think so. The journey was started when I was 9 years old, and I became a Girls Guide Nightingale in my school.
Wow.
So there I started to help especially other girls.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I was just share a story with it's related with the same thing. I think so. That as I mentioned, my grandfather was a doctor. So what I did, so when whenever I visited my village. I just took the medicine and I gave to the villagers, you know, and without knowing that what are their symptoms and what the treatment, because I was too small. So once my grandfather caught me red-handed and tell me, oh, you should not do that because you will kill them. And I said, no, I want to help them. They are sick, you know. So, and he knows that I will not stop. He knows that. So what he did, he just gave me he made some packets of the medicine, for fever, for stomach ache, for headache, or for the common stuff, because Tylenol or something. So he knows that if I will give that, so that's the story from there. And with the immigrants, I'm an immigrant, so I went through all the integration and assimilation. My assimilation time was become reduced when I was enter into the culture. So Canadian culture, I choose the Canada by myself. It's my true love. So this is the land which I chose, and I am very grateful to Métis peoples, First Nation, Indigenous people who are sharing their culture and values with us and giving us the opportunity. So that's why so I can understand the journey of them, and that's why I'm helping, as I mentioned, that I'm helping to reduce their assimilation period and fill the gaps and bring people together.
Sounds like you're very passionate about helping people, and you certainly are in the right career as far as being, the behavior. Yeah, that's great. And very ambitious too. Very ambitious.
Thank you. I'm just trying.
So you serve on several boards too within the community. What are some of those boards you serve on? I'm grateful to them as well. So I'm in Pakistan Canada Association as a director, women wing. It's also to empower a woman and to it's the same thing. It's a woman empowerment. The other board is Canadian for Civil Society, and Canadian for Civil Society, they're working for human rights and many other stuff. You are maybe if you guys are following them. So, but basically they are working for human rights. Oh, that's great. That's great.
As well, I'm one of the president of Alberta Pashtun Association, even the founder and the president, and it's the association which we built to just to represent the culture, the Pashtun culture into Canada, because Canada is a mosaic culture.
No, absolutely.
So there is one other culture just to as well, I think so. I am also in Women Commission, Liberal Women Commission. So is the
You
same.
do quite a lot. Mike, where do you find time? Like, how many? You have kids?
Yeah, I have 3 kids.
3 kids.
Yes.
Okay. Are they older kids? Is that how you find the time, or how do you find the time to do all this with your work life and your home life, and you're on so many boards? And I mean, it's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. It's fabulous, but
Thank you.
I guess you must be really good in time management.
Yeah, and sorry, I forgot that I am also the area manager of Canadian Zulme.
Oh.
It's a welfare association, and they are offering free computer classes to anyone in the community, as well as they are offering food and other stuff as well. So it's a welfare society.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You're giving so much back to the community. I think that's so wonderful, so wonderful.
So
And you have won several awards too. Tell us about the awards you won. My goodness.
It's not like that. And sorry for your last question, that how so time, I think so, just as time management. So mostly I don't have time for myself. You know, like if you can check my WhatsApp, so you will find 100 or more than 100 messages and like that.
Yeah.
But I am trying. Sometimes I'm feeling guilty that I'm not giving to all the boards how much I want to because of the time. Yeah.
Well, I think you're doing quite a bit. I mean, you know, everything, all the boards you're on, the awards you're on, obviously you've achieved a lot.
Thank you.
So were there any struggles coming in from Pakistan? Like when you first came in, they're two different, I mean, I knew you kind of had the same kind of career going in Pakistan, and you carried that over in Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong. So was it completely 2 different kind of countries, 2 different entities as far as doing what you did in Pakistan and then coming here in Canada? Like, were there any troubles? Were they kind of the same? How did you deal with all that?
Yeah, so one thing which I want to mention, that I moved from Saudi Arabia to Canada because I spent 10 years of my adulthood in Saudi Arabia, because after marriage I moved to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So that was a different culture, and definitely Saudi culture is opposite of Canadian culture. But the Canadian culture, which I am thinking that the Canadian values are inside me. Like from my childhood, I believe on on justice, on equality, on human rights. You know, humanity, for me, humanity first. So when I chose the country, so that was the reason, because the Canadian values are matches my values.
Right.
So that's why. So I think so. By heart, I am Canadian. Maybe by looks, I am Pakistani immigrant Canadian. But there was, as I mentioned, there was not much struggle for me, because what I want to do for the people, I want to whatever. So in Canada, I think so it's easy. It's more easy than Pakistan. For me, in Pakistan, there was not much, as I mentioned, restrictions or hurdles or barriers. And one thing in my life which I learned, that if you will face barrier or hurdles, there is some other way as well. So if you want to overcome the barriers, you will find your way.
Absolutely. You certainly knew what you wanted to do in life, and you pursued that. That's excellent. That's
Thank you so much. I'm thinking that maybe I'm a new immigrant, because it's around 9 years here.
No, you've done so much. I mean, you've already adapted to the Canadian culture by a lot of means with everything you're doing. You like to give. You're a passionate person. You know, it's great. It's great. Your children, do they carry your beliefs, and as far as helping people, do they have that instilled in them as well? Or
yes, mostly they are with me. They are with me, and they are so passionate about giving back to the community, and I think so they are more nice, kind, and passionate.
Yeah, they were born here, were they?
No, they're not born here, but they came in early ages. So my youngest one was 3, and then 5 and 7. So in 2019, not last year, my mom passed away. So I visited Pakistan, and before that, I visited Pakistan, because of my brother's marriage. So that was a fascinating experience.
I'll bet.
That's why, whenever I went, so I preferred to go to Pakistan because I already spent 10 years in Saudi Arabia.
True,
So.
That's true. It's nice. It
Yeah.
makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So you're originally from Pakistan,
Yeah.
but you have several cultures within you. So tell us everything that you're about, the cultures that are within you, and you also speak how many languages?
I think so 5.
5 languages.
Yeah. So my basic language or my mother tongue is, or my first language, I don't know how you can say, is Pashto.
Okay.
So I'm Pashtun Pakistani.
Okay.
Pashtun is a tribe, you can say,
Okay,
or
yeah.
a caste.
Yeah.
And they are from Afghanistan mostly. Yeah.
Okay.
So first language is Pashto, then second language is Urdu. I can speak Pashto, Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi as well.
Wow.
Arabic in the elementary level,
Yeah.
and English in the it's the same like elementary level, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I think you're doing fabulous. That's great. I mean, to have all those languages. And did you have a passion for using or for learning these languages, or did you just kind of learn them along the way? Or?
Yeah, it was just just like Pashto is my first language, Urdu is my like second language, national. Yeah. And Punjabi because my nanny was Punjabi, so that's why from her, and Arabic because I spent 10 years in Saudi Arabia, and Hindi from my friends because in my school I have few Hindi friends.
Oh, nice,
Yes,
nice. And you never lost the languages at all. You still know them quite fluently.
No, I think so. I lost.
So, would you be willing to tell us in each of those 5 languages, say something like, "How are you today"?
Yeah. So in Pashto you can say Taso nan sange.
Okay.
In Urdu आपका क्या हाल है? In Punjabi ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ है? And in Arabic you can say كيف حالك? In English, how are you today?
That's an easy one. I should get you teaching me some of these languages. Man, I need a coach. That's great. Well, you have done so much within the community. You've got you're so ambitious. That's so wonderful. Is there anything you want to say to our viewers out there, the women, if they want goals that they couldn't achieve, or if there's, is there anything positive or you want to say to them at all, or?
I think so that we all are like human being, and like this is my dream to bring peace in the world, to empower women. This is my dream because we all are, I think so we all are one nation because our blood color is red.
Yes.
So everybody is one. So we need to fill the gaps. So this is my message to each and everyone, not only specific for women, that please try to bring people together, to fill the gaps, because we all are here in a groups, that okay, this is my Pakistani Canadian group, this is my Indian Canadian group, and this is my, for example, Turkish Canadian group or whatever.
Exactly.
So we all are in groups. I want to, okay, we can stay in the groups, and why we are not emerging with each other. This is my personal opinion. Maybe I am not, maybe it's not.
No, it's strictly your opinion.
It's my personal opinion that why we are not emerging with each other, because we are thinking that okay, if somebody will come from the other culture to my culture, they will destroy my culture, they will take my culture, which is not like that. And one thing that we all are connected through internet globally. So we are living already in a global village, and we all with each other, we are like affecting, for example, chai. So chai is a typical Urdu Hindi word. It's not a Canadian or English word, but now if you can ask any Canadian or any white person, they will call it chai.
Yes.
So this is the culture which we adopted, and the same few words of English we are using onwards in our everyday life, in our Urdu Pashto languages. So I think so we need to break those walls which we build with each other. We are one nation.
Yes, absolutely.
We are one nation of blood, the red color of blood.
Yes.
So this is my dream, and this is my message as well.
Thank you so much. Now it's time for some fun questions I'm going to ask you, just to get to know you a little more personally.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything in life that you regret?
Yeah, because that was my dream to complete my PhD, and yeah, I regret it.
So you regret that?
Yes.
But you're doing so well as it is, so I wouldn't regret anything at this point. Is there something that people keep asking you that you would wish they would stop asking you?
From where you are.
Yes, I get that a lot too. I know. They want to know where you're from, right? That curiosity. What was your most embarrassing moment?
This is I will take some time to answer this question because
Okay,
now
well,
it's not good.
we'll move on to the next question.
Yeah, but I will answer you maybe when something will come to my mind. Oh yeah, I can share now.
Okay.
That I was in a bus transit, and a lady came to me and she asked me, where are you going? So I said to work, and she said, oh, are you working here in Canada? And I said yes. And oh, how did you get work? And that was the most embarrassing question because, that was like.
My question would be, why is she asking you that question?
I have no idea. She was a senior lady, and as we are taught that for senior we show some respect.
Yes, of course.
So
yes.
I just smiled and just because she was just beside me. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And what annoys you the most?
My own self, because I think so my voice is so loud. It's a people voice, but it's too loud, so I don't like it.
No, please embrace it. I'm so loud too. I come from a loud family and I'm loud too, and you know what? People hear us. That's for sure. If you'd like to change something about yourself, what would it be?
To be a good person.
You're a fabulous person. Oh my God, you give so much. You're passionate. My goodness.
Now I'm working every day on myself to be a good human being. That's it.
Well, I don't think there's anything you have to work on. I think you're great. Beautiful personality. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being on our show. It was a pleasure having you. We learned so much about you and what you do, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much again.
And thank you so much for having me here today. Thank you so much, guys.
और हमारे ऑडियंस के लिए thank you so much for all your love and support. अगर आप हमारे शो पे आने चाहते हैं और अपने लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करने चाहते हैं तो प्लीज़ हमें इनबॉक्स कीजिए या मैसेज कीजिए. For more Haniwalia shows, please log on to our Facebook page or subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks very much. Have a great day.